Welcome to the cold, quiet sanctuary that turned into a laboratory. You are here because you felt it, that chilling moment in the dead of night when you realized the person lying inches away from you was light years away. You offered your soul, your vulnerability, and your warmth, but it felt like you were pouring water into a parched, bottomless well. You began to notice small, unsettling deviations. A request that felt performative. A look that felt predatory. A silence that felt like a burial. This isn't just about intimacy, it's about a psychological hijack. Today, we are exposing the secret lusts and the weird demands that prove you were never a partner, but a prop in a madman's solo performance. Have you ever asked yourself why the air in the room felt heavy with expectation but empty of love? You were physically present, but the narcissist was mentally elsewhere, orchestrating a scene that you didn't agree to star in. The big haunting question that keeps every survivor awake at 3 a.m. is, what was he actually looking at when he looked at me? The answer is as brutal as it is revealing. He wasn't looking at you. He was looking at a reflection. He was looking at his own power. He was looking at the object he had successfully manipulated into total surrender. To understand the weird things they want is to understand the depth of their internal void. We are peeling back the sheets to reveal the director's cut of the narcissist's private life. In the beginning, it was all fireworks and obsession, the love-bombing phase where they seemed to worship your every curve. But slowly, the worship turned into something clinical. They began to demand strange things that made your intuition scream red flag. Maybe it was the insistence on filming, the obsession with specific lighting, or the sudden, jarring introduction of third-party fantasies. You brushed it off as them being adventurous, but your nervous system knew the truth. This was never about shared pleasure, it was about your total deconstruction. Imagine a predator who doesn't just want to consume, but wants to watch the consumption in a mirror. The narcissist doesn't experience fusion, they experience friction. They are junkies for the dopamine spike of the new, the taboo, and the forbidden. They push your boundaries not because they have a specific preference, but because the act of breaking your boundary is the only thing that makes them feel alive. They want to see if they can make you do things that go against your values. Every time you said yes while your heart said no, they gained a piece of your soul and traded it for a momentary hit of ego validation. This is the secret knowledge that they guard with their lives. They bank on your shame to keep their secret safe. They know that you are too embarrassed to tell your friends that the charming prince wanted you to act like a stranger, or a servant, or a ghost. They use your dignity as a bargaining chip. But today, we are breaking the silence. We are going to analyze the why behind their deviance. It isn't a sexual preference, it's a psychological disorder manifesting as a predatory appetite. They are trying to fill a hollow chest with strange sensation because they are biologically incapable of feeling genuine connection. Let's talk about the clinical gaze. Have you ever noticed that they seem to be critiquing the act while they are in the middle of it? They aren't lost in the moment, they are directing the moment. They want you to look a certain way, sound a certain way, and perform a certain way. If you deviate from the script, they punish you with a coldness that feels like a blizzard. You were a body to them, a somatic tool used to regulate their unstable internal temperature. This is the ultimate weird thing they want. They want you to be a living doll that they can animate and then discard when the batteries run low. We are stepping into a documentary-like dissection of their secret rituals. Why do they insist on voyeurism? Why do they want an audience, even if it's just a digital one? Because they only exist if they are being watched. They need the third eye to validate that they are the great lover they pretend to be. Without a witness, the narcissist feels invisible. They would rather you be uncomfortable and filmed than comfortable and private. Your discomfort is actually a high for them. It proves that they have successfully exerted their will over your most intimate boundaries. This video is going to be the autopsy of your somatic trauma. You weren't boring or unwilling. You were being systematically objectified. We are going to reveal why they often want to triangulate you even in the bedroom, mentioning exes, comparing your body to strangers, or demanding you act out the preferences of someone else. They want to create a competitive environment in a space that should be a sanctuary. They want you to feel replaceable. By making you feel like a utility, they ensure that you never feel safe enough to realize that they are the ones who are actually broken. Do not click away, because we are going to empower you to reclaim your body. We are going to show you that their weirdness was a confession of their emptiness. They are like zombies stumbling through the dark, looking for a soul to hijack. Your body was the gate, and they tried to change the locks once they got inside. But today, we are giving you the keys back. We are exposing the gross reality behind their sophisticated seduction. You will learn that the strange things they wanted were nothing more than the desperate flailing of a man who cannot feel the sun, so he tries to burn everything he touches. Prepare for an aggressive and revealing breakdown. We are going beyond the surface to look at the spiritual bankruptcy that drives their sexual deviance. By the end of this script, you will realize that you were the only sane person in that room. The narcissist is a prisoner of their own dark appetites, and you were just the warden they tried to corrupt. Let's begin the analysis of the secret lusts and the high price they pay for their inability to love. This is the truth about what happens beyond pleasure. To understand narcissistic lust, you must first understand objectification. To a narcissist, you are a somatic asset. They don't see a human being with a history and a heart, they see a prop. In the bedroom, this manifests as a total lack of eye contact or, conversely, a predatory stare that feels like they are looking through you, not at you. They are searching for the kill. They are mapping your reactions to see how much supply they can extract. The weird things they want are often just tests of your utility. If you stop providing the high-grade supply, you are devalued as a broken tool. They suffer from the Madonna whore complex on a pathological level. They cannot bridge the gap between respect and desire. If they respect you, they lose sexual interest. If they desire you, they must find a way to degrade you. This is why the strange requests often involve elements of humiliation or devaluation. They need to feel above you to feel aroused. They want to see you in a state that strips away your elegance or your strength. This isn't a kink, it's a regulation strategy. They are trying to lower your value so they can feel like the owner of a rare, broken thing. We must discuss the addiction to novelty. The narcissist's brain is a dopamine furnace that requires constant, high-octane fuel. Normal intimacy feels like death to them because it requires consistency. They have fried their neural pathways with years of shock and awe. This is why they demand strange things, the extreme, the taboo, the forbidden. They are like a person who can only taste food if it's covered in battery acid. They need the high of the bizarre because the warmth of the normal doesn't register on their internal radar. They are sensory-deprived monsters chasing a spark. The bedroom triangulation is a hidden secret. They often bring the ghosts of their past into your present. They will tell you what their ex used to like or what everyone else is doing. They want to create a social pressure in your most private moments. By suggesting strange things that modern people supposedly do, they make you feel like you are the prude or the problem. They are gaslighting your sexual intuition. They want to dissolve your no until there is nothing left but their want. They want to see you compete for the right to satisfy their ever-changing demands. Let's talk about dissociation. During the act, the narcissist isn't there. They are in a cinematic fantasy in their own head. This is why they often want the lights a certain way, or music, or specific roleplays. They are acting out a script they wrote years ago. You are just a stunt double. If you go off script, by being too emotional or too real, they get angry. You are ruining the movie. They prefer the image over the individual. This is why they often want to watch themselves in a mirror. They are having sex with their own grandiosity while using your body as the interface. Their lust is a power trip. They want to see how much of your dignity you will give up for their approval. The strange things they want are often boundary tests. They start small, something slightly uncomfortable. If you say yes, the goalpost moves. They are like a psychological hacker trying to find the back door into your self-respect. Once they break your boundary, they lose respect for you. They despise the very compliance they demanded. This is the narcissistic trap. If you say no, they punish you. If you say yes, they discard you for being easy. We must address the voyeuristic obsession. Why do they want to film everything? Because the act isn't real unless there is an audience. They are building a digital trophy case. They want to own your image forever. They use the recording as a form of collateral. It is a secret threat. If you ever leave, the image remains in their control. It is digital hostage-taking disguised as kink. They want to freeze your vulnerability and keep it in their pocket. For a narcissist, privacy is powerless. They need the lens to feel visible. Deviance as a distraction. Sometimes, the strange requests are a way to drown out the silence of the connection. If they were to just be with you, they would have to confront their own emptiness. They use sexual noise, the weird, the loud, the extreme, to distract themselves from the fact that they don't know how to love. It is a sensory overload designed to prevent spiritual awareness. They are running a smokescreen of sensation to hide the fire of their own self-hatred. They are addicts running away from the withdrawal of their own hollow soul. The Madonna-whore paradox creates a discard cycle. Once they have successfully degraded you by making you perform their strange tasks, they can no longer respect you. The lust vanishes instantly. They look at you with contempt. They view you as sullied. They forget that they were the ones who pushed for it. They project their filth onto you. This is why the strange demands are often the beginning of the end. They are mutilating the object so they can justify throwing it away. They are the arsonists who blame the house for being on fire. Ultimately, their secret lust is a monument to isolation. They are masters of friction but strangers to connection. They spend their lives collecting bodies and strange experiences, but they wake up alone every single morning. They are starving in a feast. No matter how strange, how extreme, or how taboo the act is, it never fills the hole. They are cursed to chase a high that doesn't exist. They are bankrupt in the currency of the soul, trying to pay for heaven with counterfeit lust. And who pays the interest? You. You were the bank they tried to liquidate. The dramatic turning point arrives when you finally say no. Not a maybe next time, not a I'm tired, but a firm, obsidian no to their strange demands. This is the moment the power shift occurs. Up until now, the narcissist believed they had infiltrated your nervous system. They thought your boundaries were optional. When you stand in your sovereignty and refuse to be their prop, you are declaring war on their false self. You are saying, I am a person, not a plaything. This realization is a psychological earthquake for the narcissist. The lover mask shatters instantly, revealing the predator underneath. Watch their face in this moment. It is the great reveal. The sensual eyes turn into black holes of malignant rage. This is narcissistic mortification. By refusing to be their object, you have dethroned them. They realize they don't own you. To a narcissist, this is a security breach. They feel exposed. Their reaction is not, oh, I'm sorry, let's talk. It is a scorched earth policy. They will punish you for your dignity. The intimacy is replaced by a cold war. They will withhold affection, they will sneer at you, and they will make you feel small for having boundaries. This is the psychological plot twist you never saw coming. You thought that being adventurous would keep them. You thought that saying yes to their weird requests would buy you safety. But now you see that the more you gave, the less you were worth to them. The no is actually your saving grace. By refusing their deviance, you are vomiting out their poison. You are reclaiming the real estate of your own skin. The narcissist realizes that the game is over. They cannot play on a field that has walls. They are forced to confront the void within themselves without using you as a buffer. They begin malignant triangulation as a counterattack. They will start overtly looking at other supply. They will mention someone at work who is so much more fun and open-minded. They are trying to shame you back into submission. They want you to compete for the right to be their object again. This is a psychic war. They are trying to gaslight your self-respect. They want you to believe that your healthy boundaries are sexual inhibitions. They want to label you as boring to hide the fact that they are degenerate. Do not fall for the bait. Their hunger is their curse. The bedroom becomes a chamber of silence. The sexual withdrawal they use as a weapon is a final discard of your humanity. They want you to feel unwanted. They want you to believe that you are sexually broken because you won't do the strange things they want. They are projecting their own sexual bankruptcy onto you. They are the ones who can only feel through deviance. You are the one who can feel through connection. They are the ones with the disorder. You are the one with the heart. The silence is not a loss for you, it is a sanctuary. It is peace from their noise. They might attempt a coercive hoover. This is the most dangerous phase. They will try to combine love bombing with sexual pressure. They will act vulnerable. They will cry. They will say, "I just need to feel close to you." This is a trap. They are trying to reset the control. They want to see if they can seduce you back into the deviance. They want to break your no with a kiss. If you give in, they will hate you for it. They will view your yes as a victory over your dignity. They will discard you even faster because you prove that your soul is for sale. The turning point reveals their pathetic reality. When you stop worshipping their sexual charisma, you see them for what they are, a middle-aged addict chasing a ghost. You see the desperation in their strange requests. You see the creep factor. You realize that their adventurousness was just a cover for their inability to bond. They are like a person who keeps buying new cars because they don't know how to drive. You feel a chilling pity for them. They are locked in a juvenile state of consumption. You have graduated. They are still in preschool. You begin somatic healing while still in the shadow of the relationship. You start listening to your body. You realize that your freezing and your numbness during their strange acts was your body trying to protect you. You stop apologizing for your body's wisdom. You start reparenting yourself. You say to yourself, "I am safe. I am whole. I am mine." This internal sovereignty is a nuke to the narcissist's kingdom. They can feel the change in your energy. They know they are losing their host. They start to panic. The predator is being starved. The mask of the god falls off permanently. You realize that their sexual power was entirely projected by you. You were the source of the magic. You were the one who animated the doll. Now that you have withdrawn your spirit, the doll is just plastic. You look at them and feel nothing. This is the ultimate narcissistic injury, indifference. They can handle hate, they can handle anger, but they cannot handle apathy. Your boredom with their deviance is the final bill they cannot pay. The turning point is your total disengagement. The chapter ends with the plot twist that you are the winner. By saying no to their strange things, you have saved your soul. The narcissist is left with their porn, their fake supply, and their empty bedroom. You have the world. You have the light. You have the future. They are frozen in the darkness of their own appetites. The strange game has a final score, and the narcissist has defaulted. You are free. You are clean. You are sovereign. The deviance was just the exit door you finally walked through. You are finally safe. The collapse of the somatic narcissist is a slow-motion disaster. As they lose their sexual grip over you, their false self begins to dematerialize. They enter a state of sexual bankruptcy. Without your supply to validate their godhood, they are forced to confront their physical decay. The aging narcissist is a tragic figure. They spend hours in the mirror, obsessing over every line, every flaw. They are terrified of the invisibility that comes with age. Their deviance becomes more desperate. They start seeking supply in gutter-level places. The king is now a pauper begging for attention. They suffer from chronic dissatisfaction. The strange things they wanted no longer provide the fix. They have burnt out their dopamine receptors. They are in a state of permanent anhedonia. They cannot feel joy, they cannot feel peace, they can only feel hunger. They are like vampires who have developed a tolerance to blood. They are starving in a sea of bodies. They look at the new supply with contempt before the first date is even over. They are cursed to never be satisfied. This is the price they pay for dehumanizing others. They have dehumanized themselves. The social consequences are severe. The strange requests eventually leak out. People start to talk. Their reputation as a high-value partner is tarnished. They are seen as creepy, predatory, or unsafe. They lose their status in the social hierarchy. They are ostracized from quality circles. They find themselves surrounded by bottom feeders and other narcissists. They are trapped in a swamp of transactional relationships. No one loves them. No one respects them. They are only tolerated as long as they have resources. When the resources run out, they are discarded by the world. Physical decline becomes an existential crisis. For a somatic narcissist, the body is their everything. When the body fails, through illness, age, or stress, they have nothing. They don't have a soul to retreat into. They don't have warm memories to comfort them. They are trapped in a crumbling temple. They treat caregivers and doctors with malignant rage because these people are witnesses to their helplessness. They hate their own frailty. They hate the universe for betraying them. Their last years are spent in a fever of self-loathing and regret. The bedroom becomes a mausoleum. They are imprisoned in their own desires. They spend their nights alone with screens, engaging in solitary deviance that leaves them feeling sullied and empty. The strange things they once forced on you are now their only companions. They are haunted by the ghost of the real intimacy they threw away. They realize, too late, that lust is a counterfeit for belonging. They are rich in sensation, but bankrupt in connection. They die alone in a full bed. The silence is their final ejaculation. They experience narcissistic mortification on a loop. Every time they see you thriving, it is a lash on their soul. Every time they see you with a healthy partner, it is a nuke to their ego. They obsess over your life. They stalk your happiness. They are trapped in your orbit while you have flown to a new galaxy. They are the zombie at the window, watching you eat a feast they can no longer taste. Their envy is a cancer that eats their internal peace. They are paying for their crimes in installments of bitter reality. The consequences for their children and legacy are brutal. If they have children, the children eventually see the strange and toxic reality. They withdraw their love. The narcissist ends up as a grandparent that no one wants to visit. Their legacy is trauma, not love. When they die, there is a sense of relief in the family, not grief. The eulogies are fake. The tears are performative. The narcissist has written a story that no one wants to read again. They are deleted from the family history as soon as the will is settled. Biological karma. The stress of maintaining the mask and the constant hunt for supply takes a biological toll. They often develop autoimmune issues, chronic inflammation, or heart problems. Their body is screaming from the internal war. They are literally rotting from the inside out. The malignancy of their soul becomes physical. They are a living case study in the cost of deception. They age 10 years for every 1 year of peace you have. The price of deviance is accelerated decay. They are paying with their life. The final discard by life itself. They find that lust has abandoned them. Their appetites vanish, leaving only apathy. They are bored by everything. They are waiting to die. They have exhausted the world. They have eaten all the people. They are alone in a desert of their own making. The strange things they wanted are now trash in a dumpster. They are bankrupt in every sense of the word. The ultimate price is the realization that their life was a simulation that failed. They are non-entities. The chapter ends with a brutally truthful image. The narcissist, old and grey, sitting in a dark room, staring at a reflection they no longer recognize. They try to seduce the mirror, but the mirror sneers back. They are irrelevant. They are gone. The deviance was just the noise of their soul dying. The silence has finally won. They are paid in full with absolute void. The predator is finally extinct. The final truth is a soul punch of liberation. You were never broken. You were invaded. The strange things the narcissist wanted were not a judgment on your sexuality, they were an infection from their psychology. You are the survivor of a spiritual hijacking. Today, we exorcise their darkness from your cells. You are reclaiming your body as a holy temple. You are washing off their stains with the water of truth. You are whole. You are pure. You are yours. The narcissist's deviance is a ghost that has no power in the sunlight of your self-love. This is the moment of empowerment. You realize that your uncomfortability was your guardian angel. Your no was your sword. You didn't lose the relationship, you escaped a prison. The intimacy you lacked with them was a gift from the universe, protecting you from a deep contamination. You were preserved for someone real. You were saved for yourself. Your body is not damaged goods. It is refined gold that has passed through the fire. You are shinier now. You are stronger. You are free. You are the prize. Secret knowledge revealed. The narcissist's obsession with strange sex was a confession of impotence. They couldn't connect, so they substituted with construction. They are emotional invalids. You are emotional royalty. You have the capacity for true fusion. They only have the capacity for friction. Do not envy their excitement. Their excitement is the flailing of a drowning man. Your peace is the stillness of a deep ocean. You have the real thing. They have the counterfeit. You are the one who can love. They are the one who can only want. Reclaim your somatic sovereignty. Close your eyes and feel your skin. It belongs to you. Feel your breath. It belongs to you. The narcissist tried to map their darkness onto your senses. We are erasing that map today. We are rewriting the code of your pleasure. Your pleasure is sacred. It is joyful. It is connected. It is no longer performative. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to act a certain way. You just have to be. You are enough. You are perfect in your authenticity. You are home. The narcissist's legacy is a circle of ashes. Your legacy is a garden of healing. By sharing your story, by speaking the truth about their deviance, you are destroying their mask for others. You are a lighthouse. You are empowering a million survivors. Every time you say, "That was strange, and I didn't like it," a devil loses its wings. You are exposing the pathetic reality of the predator. You are killing the mystery with light. The narcissist is terrified of your voice. Speak. Roar. Heal. Your silence was their shield. Your voice is their end. Cinematic closing. Imagine yourself walking out of a dark theater. The strange play is over. You step into the blinding white light of a new day. You take a deep breath of clean air. Behind you, the theater collapses into dust. You don't look back. You walk towards a horizon of infinite possibility. You are light. You are vibrant. You are untouchable. The strange things are gone. The real things are beginning. You are the author of your next chapter. The ink is truth. The story is love. The final truth about the narcissist: they will search for you in every new body, and they will never find you. Because you were the soul. And they discarded the soul to keep the object. They are left with objects. You are left with a soul. This is the divine justice. They got what they wanted, and they lost what they needed. You lost what you wanted, and you found what you needed, yourself. The score is settled. The account is closed. The victory is yours. Empowerment mantra: my body is a sanctuary. My spirit is incorruptible. My no is holy. I am not a mirror for a monster. I am a mirror for the divine. I am clean. I am whole. I am safe. The darkness has no grip on my light. I am resurrected from the bedroom of shadows. I am walking in the garden of truth. I am healed. I am mine. I am strong. I am free. Brutally truthful closing. The narcissist is starving in a desert of lust. You are feasting in an ocean of love. Do not look back. There is nothing there but gears and grease. The strange machine has broken down. You are a human being. You are alive. You have the power. You have the future. You have the light. The secret is out. You won. They are history. You are the future. The theater is empty. The lights are on. You are free. The narcissist is just a strange memory in a healed heart. The final line is yours to write: I am mine, and that is more than enough. Final truth: their deviance was their cage, your boundaries were your wings. Now, fly. The end.